Hi guys, it's Brooklyn. This video is going to be my fake tanning routine and also like tans I love and tips and tricks. So let's get started. I'll start with the tans I like. So I've got two to show you here, but I'm also going to mention some gradual ones I like too as well. So the first one I'm going to show you is a high-end one, and you probably already know what this one is. It's a Saint Tropez dark bronzer mousse, and this stuff is amazing. I absolutely love it. So it's basically like a mousse, and it spreads really easily and it lasts really well, so it's easy to blend out, and the colour is kind of like an olivey dark brown colour. I have it on now, it's the one I actually have on now, and it's looking a lot lighter on camera than what it is in real life. Real life it's dark, but you're not going to come out like Umber Loompa or anything. It's just like a nice kind of dark deep colour, which I love, and also I'm kind of running out of this tan, which is sad because I love it and it's expensive. So the next tan I'm going to show you is more of a cheaper one, and you can get this from Primark, and I think you can order online. Both of them you can order online, but this one you can get from like Debenhams, Boots, Superdrug, and this one is like mainly sold in Primark, but I think you can get it from Boots, I'm not sure. I buy this one from Primark anyway, so that's how I know it's from Primark. So this one is the Sunkissed Self-Tanning Mousse in the shade Dark, and this one is amazing, and it's the same kind of thing as the Saint Tropez one, but only the difference in these two products are this one's more like an olive tan, this one's more like a red kind of like Sunkissed tan, obviously by the name, but they're both kind of like both as dark as each other, and they both blend in really nicely. I love them both the same. If I had to pick what one I really like the best, I'd pick the Saint Tropez one because of the undertone. I prefer more olive undertone to my tan rather than the red one or like an orange one, although I hate the orange one. But I prefer like an olive kind of more natural look to the tan. So that's why I picked that Saint Tropez one. If you're wondering about the prices of these tans, the Saint Tropez one is £33, which is expensive for a tan. But I usually get it on offer. If Superdrug have it on offer, but because it's amazing. This fake tan is £3 from Primark, which is amazing for like the tan you get, the quality. So yes, this one's more like my kind of like, not every day, but I'd reach for this one more than the Saint Tropez one, because obviously this one's a lot cheaper than this one, and I'd rather use this one up than this one, if you know what I mean. But if I was going to have like a really special occasion, obviously I'd use both, but more likely to use this one. So let me see. So for more of a gradual kind of tan, well actually I'll start with it. Yeah, I'll go for a gradual one, sure. So for more gradual tans, I do love the, what's it called again, the Dove, like, fake tans, like the gradual kind of like, I'm trying to explain what it's called. I'll like put a picture up of what it looks like, but it's been changed many times what the name is. I think it's like Summer Glow or Spa Summer Glow. So I use the medium deep one, not like the medium one, because I prefer like a deeper tan, and like the medium one does nothing for you basically, but that's why you choose like the darker version. It comes in a squeezy cheap bottle. It should come in like a hard kind of plastic bottle, but you'll see it in the picture what it looks like anyway. That one is amazing for like giving you like a nice kind of, more like a lighter kind of tan, so it's not going to be like a full on one like the Saint Tropez or the Sunkissed will give you. It's going to give you like a more of a natural kind of like build up tan, and I like to use like the Dove one to kind of top up a tan for it to wake, or if I wanted to just go for a natural tan I would use that, but I like to use gradual ones for like just kind of enhancing what I have in the tan for it to wake, and when I like take my shower I like to like exfoliate and put that tan on the gradual one to kind of like top it up rather than put on a full kind of application of this one. So it kind of makes the two kind of like, so the gradual one will kind of make the instant kind of like full on tan last for it to wake, and that's what I like gradual tans for. And also if I'm going away on holiday, I like to kind of use like the gradual tan to kind of give me a boost of colour. So also they have like instant tans as well, but I don't really use instant tans. Like I just use it either in like the self tan or gradual tan. That's the only ones I really use, but I have used instant ones in the past. Remember the Rimmel Sun Shimmer one, but then I just, rain hits your skin, that's it. Rain hits your skin, if you get water like drink spilled on you, that's it, it's away. That's why I don't really like instant tans, because it just don't last, and I like to have a tan that lasts. I'm able to do a waterproof sun shimmer tan, which I haven't tried yet, but apparently it's kind of a good tan to use. So moving on to like the tips and tricks of fake tan. The first one is, you're gonna hear this like it's gonna be like a broken record. Like every like fake tanning video you watch, everyone says about this, but it's really, really important, and trust me, if you don't do it, your tan will look crap. So it's to exfoliate and shave. So exfoliating gets rid of all the dead skin cells and just renews your skin and gets it like in the best condition it can be for the tan to go on and last throughout the week, or however long you want it to last. Sorry. There's a couple of ways you can exfoliate your skin. The one I like to use is, so my favourite way to exfoliate my skin is using those big kind of like sponges, like the gritty kind of sponges. Not the ones you use to wash dishes with. The ones you scrub your body with. They're like the big kind of, don't have one to show you, but they're kind of like the big kind of like sponges. Like they're just sponges basically, but they have like kind of like that surface with like the kind of bubbly kind of, I'm trying to explain the best I can. I'll put a picture up anyway so you can see, or if you know what I'm on about, you'll know. So, yeah. I like to just scrub, like put a bit of shower gel on that kind of sponge and just scrub my whole body like that, circular motions, and get everywhere in the shower when I have a conditioner on my hair or shampoo or whatever. Usually a conditioner, so I'm getting like a good conditioning treatment for my hair, as well as like a good exfoliating treatment for my skin. And also don't forget your neck area, because that's where tan clings to. So another good thing to do before like you apply your fake tan is to shave. Now I don't need to shave, TMI I know, but I don't get really many hairs or anything, no hairs on my legs, so I just don't need to shave or anything. So yes, just put that out there. But if you have like, not mean, but like if you have like any hairs on your legs, just shave them off before your tan, because tan will cling to those hairs, and if you shave afterwards you'll get like patches, which is not cute. So yes, make sure you exfoliate and shave. And that's a broken record, but it's important to do that. Another tip is to moisturise, but prior to putting on your fake tan, so you want to moisturise the areas that will cling to the tan, like dry areas. So like your elbows, your knees, your feet, like ankles, and also see here, that's where tan clings me, is my chin. So I like to put like moisturiser on my chin and also like armpits too. So yeah, and also an important place to kind of moisturise is your hands, because you all know, ladies, like your tan, even if you're wearing mitts, tan always goes onto your palms, which is not a cute look. And I can tell like my palms look normal, don't have like hardly any fake tan on them, so they're normal looking. And of course I have these like kind of swatches, which is from another video, so yeah, ignore them. But it's important to kind of moisturise areas which tan will cling to. Also important to do your face too, because I do tan my face, which some people might be like, you shouldn't tan your face. Doesn't bother me, I tan anyway. Doesn't bother me, I tan my face anyway. My skin isn't really that sensitive, so it's okay if I fake tan on my skin. Some tans do like irritate my skin, but I know what ones do and what ones don't. Like these ones don't irritate my skin at all, so they're okay to use on your face. But I wouldn't really recommend it if you have sensitive skin, so buy a separate kind of tanner for your face. And Dove Gradual one doesn't irritate my face, which is great. Excuse me. So also when I mentioned moisturising, so after your fake tan, after you wash it off, what I like to do is I like to either go in for normal body moisturiser, like just a normal body moisturiser. I'm trying to think of what one. The Garnier one. It's just I'm trying to think of what it's called. It's the one that kind of the green kind of bottle, similar to what the Gradual one looks like, or the Dove one. The one that's in the white bottle. Excuse me, I'm full of gas today. So moisturising prior and post tanning is very, very important. This will really, really help for your tan to kind of stay in place and look nice throughout the week. And also the gradual tanners, because they have moisturiser in them, so the part moisturiser, part tan. Gradual tanners double up as like a good moisturiser as well as a topper up of the fake tan. So I like to use the gradual tanners as a kind of like moisturiser as well as a tan topper up. So yes. So another tan tip I have is for your face. So obviously tan fades from your face quicker than it would for your body, because obviously you're washing your face like every day, like twice a day. If you're like taking off your makeup, you're putting on makeup, it's kind of stripping the tan away. So what I like to do is I like to use my gradual tan as a moisturiser at night, or sometimes during the day, but usually at night. Or apply it the way I would like a regular face moisturiser. And that kind of keeps my skin moisturised there, and also it keeps the tan matching up with like the body. So that's a good way of like making sure your tan lasts and doesn't look weird when you don't have makeup on. So obviously if you have sensitive skin, like obviously getting like the separate kind of face tanner, using that as mixing it in with your moisturiser and using that like throughout the week will help too. Another tip is, I'm trying to think of another one. So when you're like tanning, like stick to like a pair of pajamas or like bed clothes that you can wear like when you're tanning. The most ideal kind of bed clothes, like pajamas, are the ones that cover your whole body, like those kind of like grannish kind of styles. So ones that cover your whole arms, cover your whole legs. An old pair, particularly an old pair, because you don't want to wear a nice new kind of Victoria's Secrets pajamas, because that'll not be cute and it'll not be nice to have like big blotches of brown. So make sure they're dark, like dark in colour, or like any kind of like shade of dark colour, like but to cover your whole body. When you do tan that night, put like either like an old sheet or towel down, so you don't get any like tan on your bed sheets, which is not cute. And another tip is, when you're tanning at night time, do it at least an hour before you go to bed. That way you'll not get any smear or anything on your bed, or like the damage will be minimal. So yes, that's what I do, like to kind of avoid having like splotches of like brown on my bed sheets. Is just to like do it an hour before I go to bed, which really helps. Also, for matching up your like foundation to your fake tan, what you need to do is like, it depends on how you like your fake tan. I like to have mine dark, so I like to have like very dark fake tan. So I go for about 3 shades darker than what I would wear if I'm like 3 or 4 shades darker than what I would wear like if I'm like my normal pale skin. So for example, I wear the shade Shell Beige and Double Wear, which is like a very dark. This one would match me when I have like mental on the fake tan, so I've got a very dark fake tan on like I have on today. That's what I have on now. And also want to go for like a warm kind of neutral tone. Don't go for a cool tone when you're wearing fake tan, or it'll look ashy and weird. But that's what I'm wearing, like it's neutrally warm tone, and it just matches up nice and perfectly with what I have on my body. So it really does match up the tan. So Double Wear is obviously a popular kind of high-end full coverage foundation, so I'll tell you some colours to go for that are good for tan. So Shell Beige for a very dark tan, Ivory Beige for like a medium to dark tan, and there's, what's the other one called? Then there's Tawny for like a dark tan, and also I'm trying to think of, obviously Shell Beige, Tawny and Ivory Beige are good colours for like fake tans. And also there's another one like it's lighter than that, so not rattan, that's too yellow. Trying to think of what it's called. Sand, I think it's Sand Beige or Sand. It's like the 2W2 or something like that, or 1W2, I'm not sure what's. It's like one of them like tan, like it's called Sand or something like that, I'm not sure what it says, but it's like a lighter. Be good for someone who's pale, who wants like wear a light tan, that'll look good for that. But you really want to match your like foundation up to your fake tan, because wearing like a foundation like that's your own natural skin colour with a really dark fake tan is not a good look, honestly. You just have this ghostly white face and this tan body. Nope. Been there, done that. Wore a t-shirt. Wore a shame. Not going back. And also, as well as foundation, concealer. If your tan's dark, especially, get a darker concealer that'll match up as well. So I use the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 10, which is still like a light shade, but it's not light enough for me to use when I have like my natural skin tone. So I like to use it when I'm tanned. So, and powders as well, get like one that'll match up to your foundation, like for your fake tan. So I'll do a separate video on that to explain what I use and all, so that'll be a separate video if you want it. And also, tanning like twice a week or once a week is ideal. Don't do it like too much or it'll build up and go like weird. So I'll always like tan once or twice a week. And if you need to, use like gradual and moisturise to build it up and keep it like nice and natural looking. So a good tip to remove tan is using a body scrub, and that's also a good exfoliant too, but like one of them. So like Soap and Glory Scrub of Your Life, that's a good one to use to really remove and scrub off the tan, and also using like that big sponge as well, and also those exfoliating gloves are good for like removing your tan, and also for removing tan as well, using like an old kind of grey towel will also help to get that extra bit of tan off. So, and also after that, moisturising. So even when you're not wanting your tan to fade, moisturising is really going to make it fade smoother and not like have it patchy, which is ideal. So to apply my tan, I like to use a tanning mitt like this one. It's kind of dirty, but it's real life. But any kind of like tanning mitt, I get them from like Primark or Boots, but got a bit of like tan on my fingers. So a tanning mitt is vital for applying fake tan. You obviously want to like prevent from your hands from getting orange and stained and all, but gloves are also kind of okay to work with. But a tanning mitt is a good tip for applying tan with, and that's what I really like prefer. And you can get them anywhere. The cheap ones work as well as the dear ones, and I do like them both. So a tanning mitt is ideal, and it's like the best method of applying your tan. And also by spreading it over like this, so you kind of like say I'm having it on my hand here, just spreading like the mousse on after you pump out how much you need. 2 to 3 pump for like the whole arm. So spreading it up like this, and then just kind of making sure you get everywhere, and then once it's everywhere, you just circular motions buff it in like that. And then for the elbow part, I like to just kind of pat it in like that. So that's how I get it to kind of like spread evenly, and that's a good tip for like applying your tan. So another tanning tip is for your hands, you may like struggle, like I see people like struggling with like really orange kind of like dark hands. The way I kind of combat this is first, as I mentioned before, applying moisturiser all over the hands before I apply my tan. And also by using a mitt. A mitt will protect your hands like great from like getting any like that orange kind of like excess build-up of your tan. But another way which really like prevents it and really makes your hands look nice and normal and not too tanned is an hour after, like a half an hour or an hour after like you apply your tan. So say you apply your tan at 9 o'clock at night, you go to bed at about 10:30, wash the tan off your hands between 10 and 10:30. That way you can still get some like tan developed onto your hands, but it'll not look orange or too dark or streaky. It'll just look normal. The way you can tell like this part's darker than this part, and that's a ball on my hand. This like my arm is darker than my hand. That's why, because I apply it's because I washed off the guide colour off my hands an hour after I applied it, and then left this on to develop overnight. That's a good way to prevent your tan from clinging to your hands, which is not a cute look or anything, it's just not. So I like to try to avoid it, and I have like been guilty of tan hands before, so now I know how to avoid them. So I hope you enjoyed this video and hope it didn't ramble on too much, and just remember that fake tanning is always the safest kind of tan you can have. So even though I've been like to sunbeds in the past, they're not recommended because they do cause like skin cancer, and there's nothing wrong with being pale, to be pale like more towards winter, but sometimes I like to switch it up with a tan. So I'm not kind of like slating on pale skin or anything. This video is just kind of teaching you how to like get a good tan and like to fake tan and my tips and tricks, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye creeps.